Look at this. You see that behind me? So, a tree fell over while I was away. And let's see if we can get across. Here we are at the field. Good morning. Finally back. And it's a beautiful day. Good morning, Perry. It's a beautiful day. Just look at this. Finally. Tomer, good morning. Finally. Back home. It's 9:53 in New Zealand. This live stream might be a little bit different, I don't know yet. Because I will probably be stopping now and then, and I will marvel at the wonders of nature and the beauty of this woodland. So I got home on Wednesday, it's now Friday, and to be honest, I haven't been up here before now. And it was so chaotic when I got back home, but I have been sorting out stuff. I have been, yeah, things are nice and tidy now. And yeah, it's good to be up here again. Milton. Yeah, you're right, Milton. It's the point of going for a walk to stop and marvel at the beauty of nature. You are absolutely right. Is that a deer fly that I saw now? They crawl into my bed. But we'll, I think we're okay. I'll stay out here on the field, in the middle of the field. Good morning. Yes, I'm doing well, and now I would like to talk a little bit about the incredible support I had from you guys while I was traveling. Now it was only 5 days, but you know, 5 days in cities using trains to get from one place to the other. It was a culture shock to me. It was not. It's not for me. It's not for me. Those big cities and all the trains. That's not for me. But I had your support. I was away from home. I missed home. I had your support all the way. Yeah, those deer flies, they don't respect the beard. That is the problem, and it's the problem with many things in today's society. There is a lack of respect for the beard. That's the problem. While I was away, most of the leaves fell off the trees. There are still some. Maybe you can see it here, but not much left. So, maybe I mentioned this already, but it's so awesome that I need to mention it again. Jonne met me in the Netherlands when I was lost because I couldn't find the right train. So I was lost somewhere in the Netherlands. And he said, when I was at the museum, he said, if you're lost, give me a call. So I did. And then he drove me to Frankfurt. 4 hours. Perry, that's very nice of you. Thanks a lot. Oh, Milton says, maybe they think the beard is so awesome, they want to live in it. That's a good point. So, yeah, out on the field, I'm very grateful. I am very grateful for the support from the tribe here. And what can I say? It's good to be back home. Yeah, I did find the Dutch people to be very kind. I was not there for long. I was only like we're talking hours before we had to move on to, well, I had to move on to Frankfurt by train, and of course that didn't go so well, so my friend saved the day. And we got to the book fair just in time. Good morning, Kane. How are you? Now, so I was literally walking onto stage with my backpack on and sat down, and I was so thirsty, so I took a drink from the bottle of water that was there, and there was no glass for me, so I took a drink straight from that bottle, which made the audience giggle. Now, okay, let's see, which way should we walk? I think I'll walk up the path, actually. Hi there, David, and good morning. I do realize that many people are asleep. In North America, people will be asleep. Yeah, Jonas, there is nice weather, is nice now. It's a bit windy. I like that. And now let's see. It's very muddy as well. Okay, all the way from Australia. Hi there, Carl. Ryan says, not me, I'm a night owl. That's awesome. And now we will walk up the path. There's a sign. It says 1,500 meters. Hi there, Dave from Ireland. And the plans for the next vlog? Not really, I don't plan these vlogs, but I am planning a video that I will be filming tomorrow for the main channel. I was going to talk about trees are falling down now. No, that was not what I was going to talk about. But look at this. Look at this. This tree has fell down. Okay. It's think it's dead, this tree. I was going to talk about something somewhat controversial on the main channel, but I don't feel like it. I feel like just being out in the woods, and that's so that will probably be a video that YouTube will not give any attention. I don't care anymore. Yes, Robert, I'm very glad to be back. I think I am very Norwegian. Like, it's like I'm not a typical Norwegian, I don't think so, but I am very Norwegian. I am so Norwegian that I don't support the royal family because they're Danish. Not a bad word from me about the Danish, I like the Danish, but why did they choose a Danish person to be king in Norway? I don't support that at all. Or having a king. So, but anyway, it's going to be a video, basically campfire, making a cup of coffee, and I think that will be it for tomorrow's video on the main channel. Yeah, well, they don't speak Danish anymore. The first one they brought in, he did, but not these. They are immigrants, but they are very well adapted. So yeah, I feel like talking a little bit about city life because I've seen city life now. I don't think it's healthy. I think it breeds aggression and intolerance, and it's like the personal space, you know. Every person has this comfort zone where if you step too close, you need to be someone like a wife or girlfriend, right? Because you wouldn't like if people come up, if a guy comes up and talks to you, you don't want him to stand like here, right? But in the cities, I constantly had people violating my comfort zone. It makes you shrink, you know. Like, I was constantly, people were, their elbows and their was touching me, and I'm going to say something that is a bit nasty now. There was never a moment where you didn't smell someone's body odor. We're not talking about nice body odor either, you know. So I didn't like that at all. And the noise, always noise. So I like this noise of the stream here. Yeah, body odor. Maybe I'm not 100% correct about that word. I thought you could have good, or maybe that's only bad. Maybe that implies it's not a nice smell. So if like for instance, if a nice woman at a party comes over to you, she will likely have a very nice smelling, there will be a nice smell, you know, but maybe you don't call that body odor at all. What do I know? I'm just walking around here in the woods. I don't know. The point is, it was always a bit smelly, you know. And now, let's sit down. Isn't it funny? Me and my son, we spent the night here just before I went to abroad. Oh. And now what I have to do is... Oh, can you hear the sound of the wind? Should I stop talking? Look at this. Okay, I'm going to put the camera here. Is there wind noise? Like unpleasant wind noise? Let me know. I think there is wind noise now. But what I can do is I can actually place the camera here. What about this? Hold on. You know what? I found a spot here. I should be able to, if I put the camera here. Hold on. Is that better? Sorry. Let me know if that is any better. It's a bit tricky today. Let's see now. Is that better at all? Because the camera is behind the tree now. Okay, I'll sit here then. Yeah, so it's good to be out here. Live chats could be even more awesome if we could post small images, says Nick. Yes. Now, here's, you know, YouTube is, I don't know what to say, but my main channel is qualified for paid membership. Now, I don't expect people to pay for these videos. Oh, Perry, that's a good point. Yeah, but what you can do if your channel is approved as so that you can have memberships, so people pay. They get some what's it called? Yeah, I have Patreon, but YouTube, there's also a paid membership option on YouTube. The larger channels, I think you need 100,000 or 50,000 subscribers, but they always, it always says your channel is not qualified for paid memberships. You can put some exclusive videos there, and people, the members, they get some like an avatar. So it's but again, since it has something to do with me being Norwegian, it's always like when YouTube does something which is actually good for the creators, they always roll it out in Norway last. Yeah, sorry, just hearing I'm hearing noises. I wonder how many subscribers actually watch the channels. To be honest, it depends, and it's very different. The large channels, my large channel has it's the hag. Oh no, it's the hag here. She will appear over my shoulder with that. My main channel, I get around 5% of the subscribers watch the new videos. So I don't know if that is good or not. Here on this channel, which is much smaller, I feel it's the same people all the time, and, which is great. I think we are the tribe. Yeah, I know her. I know about that. Yeah, that one. Yes, maybe that was, yeah, the troll, the hag, the witch in the German, crawling out of a cave in that German forest. Very scary, very scary. But anyway, there is not much I can do about. Is there wind noise now? Let me know if you can't hear me. There isn't much I can do about who is watching the videos, because this is my hobby, and there are people, they analyze all the videos and they only make videos that will get them lots of views and lots of new subscribers. I'm not into that. I've been criticized sometimes, because when I've been doing yeah, Milton, that's a good point there. If I've been making some Viking videos and then I make like a bushcraft video, some people don't like that, because they only want to see the Viking videos. And if I talk about, if there's something in our society and I talk about that, maybe I'm a little bit upset even. People actually Berserkergang 2019, I like all your videos. Well, that's very kind of you. Check out his channel, by the way. He's the guy who met me in Saarbrücken, and he's a great guy. So yeah, people expect the same. Some people expect the same, so it's they're not going to get the same video every single time, that's not going to happen. And also, I had quite a lot of people unsubscribing on the main channel whenever I did the live chat. I don't know why. Maybe it was the quality. This is maybe not best quality, but also a lot of troll activity. Dave says, I love being out in the woods with you, very relaxing. Well, thank you. Well, or make coffee. Well, thank you. I have to do the videos that I want to do, and I have to enjoy my time out in the woods. It would be easy, for instance, to film all the videos inside in my office, and I could rant about stuff. I have a lot of things to rant about, believe me, but that wouldn't be, you know, other people can do that. Yeah, Perry. One person on the other channel that had a bad comment on virtually every video you made. Yeah, it's some people, they have they struggle. I think they struggle with themselves. So and when you're out in the public doing something like I do here, you know, they just find that they can make you a target, and that's what they do. But quite, to be honest, I don't read those comments. The reason is that some of my videos have thousands of comments, and you can't, it's impossible to read all the comments. Some large YouTubers, they say, I read all the comments. I don't know how they can do that, because it would take hours. I don't have the time. So I have not been, I feel a little bit bad, because I always try to reply to the 50 or 100 first comments on a video, sometimes more, but yeah. But keep commenting on the videos, by the way. That helps the videos in the YouTube algorithm. Yeah. Read one of your books to us. Well, yeah, maybe later. Not today. Okay, I have actually a meeting. No, not a meeting. I have this afternoon. I have actually another book presentation on stage, but it's in Oslo, so it's not far from here. But I'm not like done with those presentations. I do actually enjoy them. I do. Okay, this I don't like to see. I am now looking at a burnt car tire. Okay, let me switch the camera around. Look at this. This is a shelter that the kids in the kindergarten, they use this. This was, someone had left a car tire here. Now someone has burnt it. So all these steel wires are left here. And I have to say it. These things tend to happen during hunting season every year. So I have to go up here again, and I have to tidy up. Yeah, it's toxic and dangerous, so. And they burnt the roof as well. Look at this. It's all ruined now. So to the people who did that, if you are 10 years old, if you're 10 years old and you were out playing with matches, your parents need to tell you you can't do that. If you're older than 10 years old, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I do know, of course, this was not kids. This was not little kids doing this. So yeah, there is a reason why I don't like the hunting season here. And it's not really about the hunting. It's about these things. They always seem to happen during, oh yeah, cane, yes. During hunting season. Yeah, my publisher has put out some ads, and you know, they are not depictions of what happens in my novels, but they are ads that are inspired by my novels, I would say. So that's awesome. And also I had a review. I was actually I got a text message and I had forgotten to turn off my phone because I fell asleep on the couch again, like a drunken person, like this. I woke up like this, sitting in the couch back home, and there was a text message that woke me up, and it was I was very tired. That's my excuse. I was very tired, and it said awesome review in VG, which is the largest newspaper in Norway. So I don't read the reviews myself, but I do understand that there's you know, it's important to have nice reviews. So you can have, we use the the dice in Norway. So if you have like 1 on the dice, it's not very good. If you have 2, it's not very good either. If you have 5, it's a very good book. And if you get a 6, if you get a 6, it's like fantastic, because it's the best they can give you, the reviewers, and it was a 6. Yeah, behind me, that's a bird box there. Yeah, I do feel a little bit limited by this camera now, so I am looking forward to making a proper video on my main channel. I don't have the time to do that today, but I will do it tomorrow, and that video should be up tomorrow afternoon. And I actually filmed the first few seconds of that video at the train station in Frankfurt in Germany, risking the camera to be risking theft, but I still have the camera. Yeah. Now this area, which they destroyed some 3 years ago, is slowly healing, very slowly, because you can see some trees are appearing here and there, small trees. Yeah, Nick says it heals faster with time. Yes, let's hope for the best. And yeah, not very happy about what I just saw here with a burnt car tire. No, I didn't eat frankfurters in Frankfurt. I didn't have time to stop and buy food. I was taken out for dinner and I brought food for breakfast, which I ate in the hotel room. Yeah. So that was that. And like street food, it was, to me it seemed a little bit unhygienic what I saw. So no street food for me. It's good to be up here again. It's good to be back home. I've started writing on the 4th Jomsviking novel. So I'm doing that in the mornings, which will mean that these live streams will sometimes be later, a little bit later. I can't really do them in now let's see. No, you don't have stuff like this in Netherlands. Yeah, I noticed it's very flat, totally flat. I can't do these live streams in the evenings because I'm busy with everything and providing for the family. Dad cab duty as well. So it needs to be in the mornings. But I have to do the writing first. I can't do these live streams first. I have to do the writing first. Now let's see if this other shelter here is also torn down and destroyed. There's another shelter here. Let's see. Well, it has been torn down a little bit. This could be the wind. Some water here, so this will not last for long. Yeah, of course. A little bit of rubbish there. Yes, everything as expected. A little bit more rubbish all over the place. So now I hope to spend more time, well, I hope to do more overnighters out here with my son. I am actually ordering a sleeping bag for him today. A lightweight sleeping bag, the same as the one I have. From Outdoor Vitals. I was very skeptical when I got that sleeping bag. It's so thin. But then, when you take it out of the bag, it's so thin. No, not the bag, but the box it came in. And then it's like it just expands a lot. It's crazy, and it's very warm, very lightweight. So he's getting one of those. So I'm hoping to. We did an overnighter from Monday to Tuesday, and he went straight to school. And I hope that we can do that. Well, thank you, Michael. It's good to hear. And in a way, I feel I'm starting my working day with you guys, because I don't view the writing as work. Let me be a little bit more exact, or let me explain what I mean there. Are there squirrels throwing stuff at me again? No. I love the writing in itself, like sitting down and writing a book. I don't view that as work. It's something I enjoy immensely. Not squirrels, I think there are birds. And the birds, they don't drop things at me, but I think maybe the squirrels do. But the birds, I don't know what they're doing up there. I don't move. I will sit here. I belong here as well, so. I immensely enjoy writing, the writing itself, but when it comes to the editing process, which is a very long process, of course, that is more like work to me. Yeah. Yeah, I have to move. Now let's see. Conceptual Man says, I used to think that the person loses their creative capacity at 35 years old. Now, I am about the same age as you, yet still writing fresh new music and fresh new designs in CAD. Well, yeah, I absolutely think that you don't lose it, you just develop it. It's a bird. It's a bird. A little bird. But it's like, I'm probably a bit stupid when it comes to things I learned in school that I haven't practiced. I haven't used that part of the brain much, like, I don't know, math, well, the numbers. I use it all the time for, practical reasons, of course, but theoretical mathematics, I haven't developed that. But of course, I have been working. My job has been to be creative for all my adult life. So, if anything, I think I'm more creative now than ever. Yeah, about the squirrels. You want to know about the squirrels? Yeah, this is the problem, you see. They know red or gray. They are red in summer, reddish brown, and gray, light gray. Oh no, they have this grayish fur in winter. let me show you what this bird is doing now. It's dropping these now. Okay. I think they're kind of eating the seeds and then dropping the cone at decent people walking past. Sorry. If the squirrels eat acorns, yes, they do. They eat everything. Now we are almost up at the old cave, the old forest cave, and I really need, I feel like I need to spend one night every week in the woods now, and it's very easy to do that for me. I can actually, if I have a semi-permanent camp, I can go out even after dark. That shouldn't be a problem. So here's my plan, you see, yeah. Here's my plan. I'm inspired by, are you still there? Gang 2019. You told me you had bought a piece of land and you have a permanent camp there. And people can come and visit. Now, I want to have permanent or semi-permanent camp. Maybe not Viking camp to start with, but at least a lavvo. Hi there, Jacob. At least a lavvo, so that I could go out, spend the night there in the woods without having to prepare much, so that I could actually walk out with a head torch after dark and I would have everything there. I have the cave here, of course. Let's go and sit in the cave. Turn the camera around. And, here's the cave. My firewood is still here. Everything seems to be in order. Watch out for the cave troll. Well, the cave troll is me today. Good morning, Lukin68. Good morning, tribe. Let's see. Okay. So here we are. Yes, I am Lukin. I am very glad to be home. My own thought, well, I think sometimes other people come up here and but I haven't seen any traces of anyone here for many months. Oh, David, oh, sorry to hear about that. My feet just froze. But well, enjoy your day as well. Um, yeah. Now let me tell you just a few funny stories from my trip to Germany. Um, you already know that I I didn't manage to get on the right train where I was supposed to change train. So you take one train to a train station, and you're supposed to find another train and take that train from there. So I couldn't. The part where you go from one train to the other train was I didn't manage to do that. Hi there, Steve. Good to see you. Are you safe? It's there are fires in Canada. I saw it on the news. I guess you are since since you're here on the ah. Isn't it like in the middle of the night for you in Canada? Or is it very early? As Kane, the KG says, this is where my adventures began with you. This cave here. Yeah. And Steve says, we are good where we are. It's 5:30 a.m. here. Well, it's very early. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that you're safe. Yeah, so the German publisher, they probably have experienced the same with other authors, because it's like artists are normally not very good at things like that. And so they send a person from the publishing company to accompany the artist, the author, uh, uh, around, so that that person doesn't get lost and ends up in Mongolia or somewhere. So she had everything, everything was very effective, notes, everything. But then we got on a train. I can't remember where that was, but we were on a train and I was hungry, of course, and it's like I said, I am hungry and thirsty. And she said, well, there is a restaurant on one of the wagons on this train. And I replied, well, and she said, do you want me to accompany you there? And I said, no, I won't get lost on a train. I mean, it's a train. You can't get lost on a train. And then I got lost on the train. I didn't tell her that because it was so embarrassing. But eventually I walked back and forth and I found the where we were seated. And yeah, so yeah, it's a bit of a story there. And then she was very patient. That we in Frankfurt, I found out that they had a Fjellreven shop. So I thought, I have some time, I have a couple of hours, and I want to go to the Fjellreven shop. And it's very nearby, I thought. So I got in a taxi, went to the Fjellreven shop, and I spent a lot of time there. Too much time. So suddenly I was late and I did not know how to get to back to the hotel, and we were supposed to get on another train. I made it just in time, but yeah, after that I didn't really go anywhere because yeah. Well, Michael, well, thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, it was a big train. It was a big train. To my defense, it was a big train, and I couldn't read any of the words on the doors and stuff. So yeah. And in the Fjellreven shop, I have to tell you this as well. It's the largest Fjellreven shop I've ever seen. Fjellreven, the Swedish. Well, I have actually a Fjellreven jacket. It's this brand here. So I thought maybe I'll have a look at the jackets. And there was a guy there who was working there, and I said, I want to look at some Fjellreven jackets. And he didn't do anything wrong at all, but he was very helpful, and he was trying. He couldn't know where I came from, and he didn't know anything about me, so he didn't do anything wrong. But the thing is, he said, well, you can buy a jacket with like a wool insulation layer that's warm, or it's possible to have a single shell jacket and use like a warm sweater underneath if it's cold. You don't say. I first I didn't know what are you talking about? Like what is this? And but he meant well. He meant well. And now I have learned that if it is cold, you can use a shell jacket like this, a single shell jacket, single layer jacket, and have a warm sweater like this one under, and then it will be warmer. So in summer you can take the warm sweater, the warm layer out. You don't have to wear it, and then you can use the jacket in summer as well. Yeah. So I was almost like, do you know who I am? Do you know what I do? I'm from Norway. So, but he was just trying to be helpful, of course. Yeah. But you know, it was very telling about maybe most of the people who come there, and they live in that big city, and they don't have any experience with how to wear clothes out in nature, and it's so he could possibly, you know, it's he's probably used Jonna, the hero who saved the day. Hello. I have told you about Jonna. I'll tell you again. But in the Fjellreven shop, you know, I think it's great. I think it's great that they come. People come there and they have this interest. They want to get out in nature, and maybe, you know, yes, it's like they need to hear that. If they don't know, they don't know. Maybe their parents didn't teach them. So it's great that they're, you know, in the shop there, that they are kind of educating people on the basics. Jonna just joined the live stream, is the guy who picked me up when I lost the train in the Netherlands and drove me all the way to Frankfurt. And if you had not done that, if you hadn't been able to do that, I would have been late. I would have missed the stage appearance, and it would have been yeah. Jonas says, finally had YouTube tell me that you are live. YouTube is not working well for the moment. I have to tell you that. The main channel has stalled, and yeah, so it's like you have to wait. Really, you have to wait, and it might take a day or a month, and things will be back to normal. Probably. They mess things up a lot on YouTube. Yeah, so and thank you, Jonna. And yeah, have I considered Periscope? I haven't looked into it, no. And also I have invested a lot of time on YouTube, and I'm going to continue using YouTube as my main platform. Yeah. So yeah, again, thank you, Jonna, for driving me to Frankfurt. I was scared at Autobahn. We were driving very fast, but I'm kind of glad you did, because otherwise I would have missed the interview, the on-stage interview. It was, we're talking minutes, no, seconds. I was like, I don't know, 5 minutes late, 3 minutes late. So we just made it there. I hope I'm not at the end of the stream. Well, kind of, a little bit, but I'm going to keep talking a little bit more. I like sitting up here, and it's good to be here. It's good to be back home. How fast did it drive? Well, very fast for me. We're not allowed to drive extremely fast in Norway, so it was unusual, but he drove at the speed that the other cars were driving, which is probably the safest out there on the Autobahn. But I actually saw one car in flames at the side of the road. So, yeah. 170 kilometers only when Björn was sleeping. Yes, I did fall asleep. Did you drive that fast? Did you? Well, it's a good thing you did. You know, whatever you did it. You did what had to be done, because we had to get there in time. And we're still alive. Now the Honda won't go faster than 150 kilometers per hour. Did you drive at 150 kilometers per hour? It's insane. Yeah, well, will you still be my friend if I tell you? Yes. Yes, honesty is a virtue. Yeah. Loken says, would you consider sharing sagas with us? Fireside, perhaps? Got the idea from your reading the other day. You are a natural. Well, that's very nice of you to say. I had thought about it. I could maybe try I'll have to look into the copyright issue. Now, of course, no one has copyrights on the sagas because they are very old, but people have copyrights on the translations. So I'll have to look into that. There is one translation of Håvamål which is not copyright protected anymore. But I haven't, and I have that translation, but I don't know if it's a good translation. It could be. The Saga of Harald Hårråde, well, I probably wouldn't read that one. There are other sagas I think are more interesting, but a video on sagas would be pretty cool. Yes, that would take a lot of work, so I can say right now I won't be making such a video because we're talking weeks of preparation. I'm not an expert on the sagas. It's like I'm an historical novelist, and I can't know everything about everything, and it's, you kind of have to choose. Nobody can know everything about everything in the Viking Age or any other age. It's like you have to choose, and while the sagas are important, they are not the most crucial part of what I need to know, actually. It might sound a bit strange, but Björn makes his own saga. Well, I actually do. I am writing a saga, actually. Yeah. But I also have to watch the time, and I have, as I said previously, I have a book presentation in Oslo later, and I have to. Yeah, if you knew everything about everything, that would be extremely boring and probably drive you mad. Yeah. I think I'll have to end the live stream now and walk back home. And don't take it personally, but I would like to walk back home in silence. Well, thank you, Loken68, thank you. Skål! Because there are wind in the trees, and I haven't been up here since before I left. And I would like to walk back home, and I haven't even had breakfast. So I'll walk back home in silence. Milton says, I understand, I like to do secret things in the forest. Oops, I said too much. Yeah. Well, thank you. And again, it's good to be back home. I can breathe, I can stretch my arms out without touching other people. And I can yeah, I can breathe again. And yeah, Steve, well, thank you. Happy Friday. Walk back home with your head held high. Yes. Except for the birds who are dropping cones at me. You know, then I have to stoop down a little bit maybe. But I have this cap. There's a little bit of protection in this cap here. Yeah. So I think I'll be okay. Okay. Thank you all for joining the live stream, and I will be back tomorrow on the main channel with a new video. And I would like to read Jonas' message here. Spread the knowledge of the old ways among the lost peoples of Europe. Just giver of this knowledge will have done more for the future of my children than you might know. Well, that's thank you. But we are all in this. We're all doing that. I think we're all doing that. Us in this tribe here, we are working together on that. And it's an important task. We are the tribe, yes. Same to you, Jona. Okay, Jona, the German publisher would like to send you a gift. They will be in touch about that. Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow there will be a video on the main channel. Might be, I don't know for sure yet, a live stream on this channel. We'll see if I find time for that. And okay, have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.